Welcome to the next installment of the CBTG Get to Know You webinar series. I'm Craig Hendrickson, CEO and co-founder at CBTG, and today I have with me
Bob Cook, the other founder of CBTG.
And Chief Information Officer.
And Chief Information.
Yeah, the guy behind the curtain, you know. I've asked you to join me for this particular piece of content because the focus in this conversation is compliance in 2025. Cybersecurity and all the things that come with it. And we know it's been a doozy of a year. You and I have been working together for 2 decades at various companies, here for 16 plus at this point, and we've seen a lot of things change in that time. From my point of view, compliance, or let's just say cybersecurity, was always something we had to talk about, and there was a set of best practices, and it was grounded in a few, key components of architecture and a few protocols. But really, in the last 5 or 6 years, things have ramped up due to ransomware, due to cybersecurity attacks, due to insurance companies that you deal with quite often now, right? So it's become a big component of what we do. And because of our client set and a lot of what we do in the aerospace and manufacturing industry, there's a ton of it. This year, CMMC, do you remember the exact date?
So it was November 15th. It is now 2026, November 15th as the final.
And before that it was October, and before that they moved the goalpost 2 or 3 times too. So I laughingly ask you because the date's been different every time.
Well, this one is actually certified, so this is the date.
Right. So what that means, maybe I'll ask you. Tell us what that means tell us what CMMC is for those who don't understand, first of all.
So CMMC is the enhancement to NIST. NIST is the government standard for security for all companies, right? That's the minimum requirements of security and policies you should have in place. And the insurance companies expect to see that when you do your cybersecurity renewal. If you don't have that in place and you have a claim, they will just deny you. So it used to be best practice, now it's a requirement when you sign your cybersecurity addendum to your insurance policy. And then CMMC is the manufacturing version of it, which adds a few stricter controls on top of the original 110, which is what NIST is. If you're a manufacturer that deals with the government or any foreign governments or any in the high financial sector, you'll have to be under a CMMC standard. So financial means financial related to some type of government, like contracting, right? So if you're providing a source or a product or service to another government contractor, and it's a financial-based service, you still have to be CMMC certified.
Well, this has been a big push this year, obviously, and like I said earlier, comes because of all the recent ransomware attacks and how big they've become. We're dealing with it 2 to 3 times a year ourselves, and we have all the correct locks on the door and the right, security stack in place. But a lot of these things originate with somebody clicking the wrong link in an email, right? It doesn't
it's
matter.
A cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
I mean, you start, it's like a radar detector, right? The radar detector companies and the radar detector gun makers are all the same. So one makes something and then the other finds a way to defeat it, and then they have to go back. So IT is pretty much turned into that same principle. Is you have a security breach, and then you have a vendor who fixes that breach, and then they find another way around it.
And many years ago, we just followed best practices and industry standards and tried to be at the forefront of that with the package we put together. But what I've seen over the last few years, and maybe even around COVID time, I remember things getting pretty serious. I think the people working from home and teleworking, remote work, remote access into the networks, it opened a lot of holes that there didn't used to be. And at the same time, these hacks and the ransomware were getting more technical and they were getting better at it. and they were
It's $1 billion business.
they were demanding more money, and they were getting it, right? So there was this like perfect storm. We've been doing this long enough together. I've been known to make the joke that the first 15 years of my career with you, we were solving problems through technology, and we were finding new exciting things we could do with tech and introducing solutions to people that made their lives easier. And for the last 5 years, you've just been taking things away from people. You can't access this anymore, or this doesn't work anymore, this isn't safe. You can do this, but you have to have multi-factor authentication or multiple logins. So I don't see it going away anytime soon. It's the way the world is now.
I think AI is going to make it even worse.
Yeah.
Because AI has the ability to do the breaking in of security on its own.
It doesn't sleep.
So yeah, you don't have to have a team of 5, 10, 15 people sitting in a room banging against machines anymore, trying to figure out a way to do it. An AI engine will do it all for you and find any exposures or anything it can actually get through. And it does it a lot faster than a group of people in a data center somewhere that nobody knows where it is. So
the world that's coming, yeah, and already here in a lot of ways. So because of that trajectory, the government's gotten more involved, and CMMC, again, they did move the goalposts, we jokingly say a few times, because it's expensive. There's a lot of new hoops to jump through. There's a lot of new layers of security and products that need to be put in place to become compliant. And there's a lot of things that people used to do on the network that don't work anymore because they're exposures.